Yo, what's going on, guys? Oh, what's up? Oh, yeah, well, no, there's work for me. I just finished, I put together two benches today, so man, I'm killing it. Put together two benches. But other than that, the X15 started up, no plug-in, no problem. I think my Duramax started up worse than whatever yesterday it fucking sounded like a bucket of bolts. Oh, Doc, you got some pictures for you? That's cool. Yeah, just email them over. Yes, I did not hear anything this morning about the truck starting up uh, cold or they were having a problem. Oh, they got an 81 Peterbilt? Okay. Okay, might be interested in that. The temperature is not dropping this weekend. It's supposed to be warmer. It's supposed to be in the 50s. To be honest with you. Yeah, okay, yeah, rising. Yeah, it's supposed to be warmer and rainy. So that means that the fucking parking lot will be a muddy fucking mess. But the only positive thing is tomorrow is my birthday. So I'll be a big 3-8 tomorrow, so that's fucking awesome. No, my truck's not going to be in the Mid-American Truck Show. It's going to be in a different one. It's going to be in a work truck show in Indianapolis. One of them is. Yeah, I registered for MADS a long time ago. I think I got the email that says I'm registered, and then I think I have to go and I think you have to print off a ticket or something like that. We're supposed to get more snow tonight. I really don't know. You know, oh, that's cool, James. Yeah, my birthday's tomorrow. Fucking 38 years old. Shoo-wee. Yeah, it's located in Indianapolis. I guess it's at the convention center. I don't know where in the hell it's at. I don't know where in the fuck it's at. It's still a month out. We'll worry about that when we get closer to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoo-wee. I don't need to worry about it. Uh, you know, right now. Well, the build dates for the other trucks, I haven't got that secure yet because this dealership wants to fucking. I need to be what is it? Pre-approved before they'll order any trucks for me. And I'm like, well, that's fucking stupid because we're going to run out of time. So right now I have to, my tax lady has to get all my fucking taxes done, or at least get me a balance sheet to show how much we owe, how much we've paid, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, paid everything, all that type of jazz. And then, they'll find a bank. So I don't understand it. But if not, I still have the two in September, and I can either wait to go there in September, or maybe those build dates will change at a future date. I really don't know. I understand that, but I went to a different dealership. No, I wasn't pre-approved when I ordered the 7 other ones. I just ordered them. You know what I'm saying? And then I bought them. So I told this guy. They're like, well, man, these dump trucks are expensive. And it's just a different dealership, different rules, I guess. It's kind of fucking, stupid, Like, I was like, dude, you want me to put money down? I mean, goddamn. You only asked for $1,000 for me to put that down, and I've done that. I can go back to the other dealership. Yeah, it'll just be till September. Yeah, it does seem kind of stupid, right? Because here's what the guy told me. He goes, well, the approval's only good for 30 days. I said, well, these trucks ain't going to be built till June. I said, they're not going to be here till June, so what the fuck we get pre-approved for? Doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, I don't fucking... Fuck. I was like, you're fucking stupid. Your dealership is dumb. I was like, I could understand if you didn't have fucking... I got beds for them, dude. Like, they're already sitting there. You know everything. Like, what the fuck? It's dumbfounding. These people are, you know... Yeah, I guess they're weeding out the dreamers, but I'm not a dreamer. You know? It's like, I'm not a dreamer. You know, so I had to call my fucking... No, I ain't going to buy no Max. I had to call my guy, and yeah, it's the Larson group. Yep. They're a fucking pain in the ass, man. You know, I mean, fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's frustrating. You know, and then they found a bank that was like, well, if he had 12 months, we'd approve him, no problem. I'm like, okay, by the time these trucks get here and I have to make my first payment, I'll have 15 months of payment history. You know, fucking dumb. Yeah, I've contacted, well, Bob's working on a deal to get the ones up there. You know, he's trying to get them moved up, but it ain't looking too good. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know. Yeah, JC, hopefully that shop looks pretty good. A big 4-bayer. You know, there's nothing like working inside. They took 8 months to get... Yeah, I know. I have a feeling this is going to get fucked. You know, then I just won't buy from them anymore. I'll just go somewhere else. The problem is Peterbilt's got the shit all fucked up at the factory. Yeah. Yeah, I'm buying more trucks. I got fucking jobs for them, man. Well, if it doesn't go through, it doesn't go through. I don't know what we're going to do. Then we'll be on to plan B. Yes, Allstate Peterbilt did get bought out by Ohio Cat. That is true. They are Ohio Cat now. Could I buy a truck on the lot? Yeah, if I wanted some junk. Have you ever seen fucking stock trucks? I got 3 of them. You know, they build them. There's no driver amenities. It's just a fucking truck. And it's like, dude, I give a fuck about what I'm riding around in, or, you know, what my fleet looks like. You're going to stick me with some 500 horsepower efficiency fucking piece of shit, and then you're going to want to rate me on an Allison transmission. I ain't fucking with that shit no more. I ain't fucking with it. I ain't buying none of that shit. You know, to me, you just wasted, there's a $40,000 difference in the trucks that I buy and the trucks that they sell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, stock units are I'm not into that shit. I'll be patient. I'm not going to waste 200 grand, you know. Yeah, last year I had to get new ones off the lot, and I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them. I want to trade them in. That's on the list to go. They're going to disappear next year because I want to have everything fucking the same. To me, it's just a waste of money. If you're going to order something, I want my spec. I want my spec. I want what, you know, there's a reason behind the madness. I know a lot of people don't understand why, but there's a reason that I do things the way that I do. you know, there's a plan. Yeah, I mean, I want the truck spec'd out, so if I have to go drive one of them, I fucking, you know, doesn't matter which one I get in, you know, I want it to be perfect. Yeah, no, I mean, dude, I think about everything that I buy. I don't buy fucking just wishy-washy shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, I'll cross that bridge when we get to that. You know. Yeah, dealer stock trucks are not that much cheaper. You know, they're still fucking 196,000, and mine are 233. Let's get over it. Yeah. MX-11? No. We are not running no 11-liter garbage. I don't know who made the light behind me. My wife bought it for me for my birthday. I couldn't even tell you. You know, I couldn't even tell you. I don't know what, they never really give you a price breakdown. They just tell you what they are at the end. It's 233 is what they are. It's 25 grand, or it's $13,000 more expensive than they were last year. Whatever that means. So the price increase went up 13 grand in 1 year. I'm like, shoo-wee. Well, older trucks, then you got to fix them all the time. What the? I'm not doing that. These new ones, I had to fix all enough. Jesus Christ, you know, like I'm tired of fixing shit. You know, tired of fixing it. Yeah, I mean, go up 5%. Yeah, it'll probably break down too. No, that's with the bed. That's with the bed already on it. Then you got to pay FIT tax on all that shit. That's the thing they need to get. Yeah, Wayne, there's still an identical truck up there to one of mine. That I'm trying to put a deal together right now to buy that. I'm trying to put a deal together right now to buy that. We're working on it. See, PACCAR Financing is trying to move me out of a small business into what they call a fleet buyer. That means I get a little bit more credit limit with them, and I just move into a fleet buyer program. But there's some things that I got to do to qualify for that fleet buyer program. I meet 2 of the 3 criterias so far, but I'm just waiting on the fucking shit to come together. Yeah, my taxes are almost done. All I have to do is I'm waiting on 2 more companies to send their fucking 1099s to me of how much we made. You know, I did get my YouTube money, my YouTube financial statement at the end of the year. That was pretty good. No, I put some down. You have to put money down. I've only financed one with no money down. That was pretty cool. That was a good deal. I don't know. I won't have any taxes this year because I have so much depreciation because I bought so many trucks and I have so many write-offs. We won't be paying taxes. Yeah, I could find some owner operators, I guess, to work for me. You know, I'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, I'm looking for 2 drivers because we finally got the one truck out of the body shop this week. So, nothing like 2.5 fucking months to fix that, but we'll be good for that, you know. Yep. A W-9 would be 265. I paid 238 for my fucking uh for my 7 axle. That fucker was 238 grand. Almost 239. That was a big bastard. They're fucking expensive. What are the minimum qualifications? Well, you know, right now, just having an interest in wanting to be an employee, like wanting to work, you know, not coming up with excuses. You know what I'm saying? Shoo wee. There'll be 6 axles. I mean, I want guys that want to work 6 days a week. I want guys that want to be here, you know, not ones that, you know, think about, you know, that they ain't making no money, but they only want to work 4 days a week. You know, you can't work 4 days a week and have 50 grand in your pocket. That's that's not the fucking that's not going to happen. You know? Oh, I'll find drivers. I got an interview Monday with a guy, but then, you know, I'll get some more people. We'll have to give some people some opportunities, you know. Yeah, I mean, well, I had 2 guys that were kind of, you know, bad apples. Uh, and they kind of ran together and they were, you know, butt buddying it up, you know. So, fuck it. Hold on here. No, I'm not live streaming an interview. Jesus Christ. They ain't getting shit done down there. Fucking aggravating. Man, the best place I haven't really. I like 2 places. There's been Packard Financial has been pretty good to me, and BMO Financial has been pretty good. What's wrong with it? Jesus Christ. I swear to God, I can't do anything. You know? I can't do anything. No, we haven't had any problems with the fuel freezing up. Not that I know of. You know? I wish I could have a fucking day off. I wish people knew how to fix shit. Yeah, the coal chute's all bent. Don't open it. Yeah, I know. I wish I had a day off. I want to take one off, you know. Yeah, I think it's like negative something today with the wind chill. Oh, nothing much, man. What's going on with you? So don't open it. Yeah, I know. I don't get days off. Yesterday, I put 2 sets of brakes on 2 different trucks, you know, and we did that. Then I got 2 more. Yeah, I mean, hot New Zealand. Sometimes I wish I was in New Zealand. It's cold as shit. Like this shop right now is like 53 degrees back here, and I got 2 heaters going, and it's just not doing anything. I mean, it knocks the chill off, but that's about it. This building's kind of drafty, you know. No, no, my drivers don't come in and help me fix anything. Usually, my buddy Burlage came in and helped me put those 2 or we had to put shoes and drums on a truck. I probably should. I'll probably do some this weekend. Like I know it'll be football and all that shit, but I'll I'm gonna put some disc brake pads on, and then I'm gonna put another set of drums and pads on another truck, and then I'll film that because I got these new style brake drums that are supposed to run 15% cooler. You know what I'm saying? So I'd like to show you those. They're pretty cool looking. No, I haven't paid off all my trucks. -17. That's pretty good. That's pretty fucking cold. I wouldn't get out of the truck. Yeah, apparently with fucking with the disc brakes, like on a road tractor, apparently they'll last a lot longer, but in the dump truck business, they said like 40 to 50,000 miles, it kind of burns them up. Now, in the video, I'm going to explain, you can put different pads on it. Okay, there's some down sizes. Okay, there's 2 down points. One is that you can put a more aggressive pad that will last longer, but it tears up the rotor. Okay, so you only get 1 pad change, and then you got to change the rotors. Now, changing the rotors suck because you got to pull the fucking whole caliper and fucking all the bullshit off to get the rotors off. So I have a set of the real aggressive brake pads, but they said you want to put them on the guy that uses the brakes the best, like your best driver. Don't put it on a guy that's burning up the regular pads, because you'll have to change the rotors every time. And it doesn't look that hard. It just looks more time consuming. You got to take the spindle off. They bolt from the backside, and then you got to pull it off. But I don't know how much the rotors are. That's what I was trying to figure out. I don't always have 2 drivers per truck. Like right now, we're not running night shift. Okay, so I only have 1 driver per truck. But you know, it's now in the summer we will have, but I'm not going to double shift all of them. I like the disc over drums, yes, because to change the disc on the brake pad, it's $137 an axle. and you can do it in about 5 minutes. Yeah, I think it takes you longer to get the wheels off than it takes to change the actual brake pads. Yeah, like, it's amazing. So, I'm going to shoot a video and show you how I do it. You know, once I get to that point. I may do it this weekend. You know, I don't know. I may do it. We'll have to see. Well, I just talked to a guy about that. Now, I have a different thing. So, for a dump truck to be profitable, I wanted to at least make 195,000 a year. That means total. That means day or night. That makes it pretty profitable. That's about, 70% of or 100% close to what they cost brand new. So it would be nice to, make that in a yearly income. But to be honest with you, mine have always made more than that. And we've stayed pretty profitable. Yeah, David, I kind of thought that the rotor thing would be kind of long to do, like I'm interested to see when the drivers get back tonight. I might have to send them somewhere else, but I want to see how these new drums that I put on, see if they helped anything out. Yeah, it's a whole big ordeal to change the rotors. You got to take fucking all kinds of shit off. They do have this cool tool, like this cool little cart. It's called like the Brake Buddy thing or something like that. And shoo-wee. It looks pretty cool, but man, it looks expensive. Yeah, we're running 6 today. We're running 6 trucks. I got all of mine out. Thanks, David. Man, I would say night shift, I would say it's probably 50-50. I'd have to really look and break it. See, I don't break it down in like what per truck's made. I just know what all of them made, but they also all haven't worked all year. So I really can't get a good gauge on all that stuff because I haven't done it for a full year, Yeah, we're hauling the shit out of salt right now. One of the drivers said he's been sitting in the salt plant since 12:50. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. That's how slow and fucked up these guys are. I wish we could go to the other salt place, but they're completely out of salt. And that's no fucking good. We have not plugged in any trucks this year yet. They've all started. We're hauling it all over the place. They don't load them through the chute. They load it over the side with a loader, just like you would load gravel or anything else. you know. Yeah, that's the downside of the percentage pay, but you got to take the good with the bad. Oh, no problem. Yeah, how to adjust the... You got to adjust those beds, man. I'm telling you, shit won't come out. When is Enzo going to start wrenching? Hopefully sooner rather than later. We tuned the ECM, yes. Jim had the computer to tune the ECM, but now I have the same computer he had. I can tune a I can tune a I can change the file. With the CAT program, you got to know what's a good file. So like, you could take it to a guy that has a pretty good file, because there's a shit ton of files in there. Like a lot of guys been running the Australian file, so you got to find one that's like, good on everything. I run Cummins in all my stuff. The new X15, whatever that fucking, whatever, the ISX, I don't know what they changed in it, No DBSs in the shop today. It's too cold probably for the DBSs to be out. Yes, I can get the delete program. I can call the guy that I got the computer from, and he can do it. Changing the CAT file is, you got to watch, because some of them won't work. And, Jim has like files that they've used a couple times, and so they know what file it is. I mean, usually it's like a file number, and is kind of what it's under. Yeah, the new DPF systems, the single units, are pretty good. I haven't had any problems with mine yet. Let me knock on some wood here. We haven't had any issues. Yeah, I got my CDL in one try. Yes, I have Insight on my computer. Yep. I have everything. Really mine, it was kind of easy, The biggest thing was the pre-trip. A lot of guys get caught up on that pre-trip shit. And I had my pre-trip down pretty fucking good, It's just about memory and also having some mechanical knowledge. You kind of know what you're looking at there, Yeah, usually if anybody fails, usually if anybody fails, it's the pre-trip. Every time. Because they get the wording wrong. And then some guys want to be like some guys that give the test are real sticklers on how you say it. Like, it's got to be exactly how it is written in the fucking book. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and if you don't use that correct wording, they get all fucking bent out of shape. And I'm going to tell you, every truck driver that I've ever been involved with, the only time that they've ever pre-tripped a truck, okay, is fucking when they took their CDL test, because nobody ever pre-trip. You can ask them to pre-trip a truck, but I'm going to tell you right now, they ain't. They ain't. Could you imagine if it was 17 degrees, you know what I'm saying, and you had to have them get out and fucking pre-trip a truck? They ain't doing that shit. You know. I've never seen it with the... Yeah, I know that they want you to double clutch, but see, I don't understand that double clutching. That was back when they had two-speed, or really two-stick transmissions. I would say double clutching was probably more important. But now with a standard one stick, man, if you could float the gears without grinding them, I would think that you're just as good as a guy that could push his fucking foot down fucking 480 times every time. I don't think it really does anything. The Western Star was totaled. I don't own it anymore. That's why you don't see it or hear about it. I don't own the fucking thing. It's gone. Yeah, JC, I don't know anybody that double clutches after the test either. You know, and I took my CDL test in 2007. Okay? It might have been, yeah, it was 2007. Okay? I haven't double clutched fucking ever. You know? And I took it in an automatic because it didn't matter back then if you took it in an automatic or a non-automatic. You still got you could still drive a stick shift truck. Now, if you take it in automatic, your license has a little automatic thing on it, which is kind of fucking stupid. I bought mine from a personal guy that like sells computers. You can look him up on the internet. You know, I'm not going to give his name and number out over the phone. The guy's kind of a weirdo to deal with. It's difficult. Yeah, here in Ohio, if you take an automatic, you have an automatic restriction. Yellow? I'm sitting here. What's up? Scotty went home sick. All right. Well, yeah, no, Scotty went home. The rest of the guys, Marquise has been sitting in the salt plant since 1250. That's what I'm saying. So, like, you're better doing what you're doing. Yep. Well, if one of these guys comes in here in 20 minutes, I'll send one of them up there. All right. All right. Yeah, or we'll finish one up at the end of the day or something. I don't know. All right. All right. Well, yeah, because it's ridiculous. So, all right. If one of these guys get, yeah, I know they only got that one thing. Just, yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, just tell him don't fucking do that. All right. All righty. Let me find out where these other guys are, and if somebody comes whipping in here, I'll fucking send them up that way. All right. All right. See ya. All right. What I'm getting Brittany for Valentine's Day, during Valentine's Day, Brittany is going to be in Hawaii, and I am going to be in Cincinnati. So I don't know what I'm going to get her for that. I don't know. I know, Doc, but I got to talk to my drivers, you know. Hello from Finland. When they call, I got to answer. Now, it doesn't work always the other way around, you know. Yeah, no, she's going to Hawaii with vacation. Her and Enzo and my mom and my stepdad are going to Hawaii for 10 days. They wanted me to go, but I can't go. Yeah, so I'm sending her on a great vacation. I guess that would be her Valentine's Day present. What am I getting hit for Valentine's Day? I don't know. Probably more work. Yeah, three-way with some DBSs. Yeah, no, but that's where she's gonna be. So I gotta run the trucking business from the by myself. You know, whew. So hopefully there's not a lot of paperwork to get done, or it's gonna be behind. Yeah, if I left for 2 days, you're exactly right. All the trucks would be broken, everything would be fucked up, nothing would get done. It would just go to hell in a handbag. So, you know, it's gonna be. I got to stay here. First of all, it probably wouldn't be too bad hauling salt, but the problem is that Hawaii is 6 hours. Is it 6 hours behind? So that means at midnight is when, or 1 o'clock in the morning. So I would have to be up from about, I don't know, 2:30 in the morning till noon to get everything done, and then go from there. You know, so I wouldn't even get to enjoy the vacation anyway, because I'd be up all night, and then I'd have to sleep during the day. So I wouldn't really get anything done. So it would be kind of pointless for me to go out there. Trust me, I thought about it, you know, but shoot. I have the whatever comm adapter, you know, whatever the best one you can buy. The It's a little fucking box. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Like I said, I'm not going to give out the guy's information that I bought the computer from. That's, you can look it up on the internet and find one. You know. I haven't got the tall shifter thing worked out yet. I want to see what they have at the truck show. Yeah, no, I got my, this is my, what is this? It's like a cork board thing. So that's what I got there. And then underneath here, I'm going to put a whiteboard, and I got this tape to put on so I can keep track of all the maintenance I do to the trucks and have it written down. No, she's not going to meet Dog the Bounty Hunter. We don't go to the Big Island. She's not going there. But she's going to Hawaii, so, I mean, I've been there before. I mean, there's not anything there. I mean, I would like to take a vacation. I just can't. Like, tomorrow's my birthday, and I'm really worried about, I want to go to dinner, and I know something will go to hell in a handbag tomorrow, just because, you know, it's you know, every time I plan something, shit gets all fucked up. It's frustrating. I don't know if you ever had that. Yeah. We're going to this, it's called Poke Bowl place. I like the Poke Bowls from Hawaii, and they have a place downtown. That's where we're going. So we're taking me, Brittany, and Enzo. Yeah, well, I got my birthday present. It's right here. That's probably all I'm going to get. You know. Do I know Sarah 80? No, I've never heard of that. What is that? Doc, I've tried to promote somebody. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do it. You know? They can't even, it's a lot of work, and they don't want to do it. I mean, some of them, I mean, I asked one of them, and he wanted ridiculous money. I'm like, dude, that job's not, it's not worth that much. All you have to do is send a text message. I mean, like, shoo-wee, you know? Well, blue is kind of like, you know, every company kind of has like a main logo color, and it's blue. You know, I just picked blue. I like blue. It's pretty cool looking, you know. So I went with that. You know. $26. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna eventually make the toolbox bigger. I don't know when, but eventually, yes. What do you mean? Can you buy a rig for personal use? What do you mean? Hey, from South Africa. To use, you can make a living with one truck. Hey, from California. EM Demon. Yeah, I mean, I wish people would help me, but I end up doing it, you know, most of the time by myself. How many hours a day do I run to run the trucking business? Oh my God. Well, if I said 30 hours a day, that's too much. I don't know. I would say it takes a good 15 hours, a day. I mean, what does that leave for sleep? About 10? That's maybe less than that. Yeah, I've been snowmobiling before. Yep, I had a snowmobile for 2 years. Well, I don't prefer to work on the trucks alone. I'd like to have somebody that could help me, but I would like to have somebody at or greater my skill level. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to train somebody when they're not on your level, because I just want them to, like, hey, I'll tackle one side, you tackle one side, or help me do this, help me do that. I mean, I can find people to, help me do some of the stuff, but I just wish I had somebody that was, that could help, that was just a little bit better, that understood what was the problems. You know what I'm saying? I would broker stuff. No, I don't wait very long to get paid. Usually within 15 days, I'm paid at whatever job I did. Now, I'm working for my buddy today on one of these landscape jobs, and it's going to be a disaster, Well, it might be worth the pay, but, I'm not going to pay somebody top dollar without knowing their skill level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think, I don't know what your level is, man. So I want you to come in here and then show me your level, and then I'll pay you with what you're worth, but I can't believe, I can't go with just your word for it. You know what I'm saying? What is my CPM? I couldn't even tell you. I don't look at it. Yeah, really what you would want to find is like a guy that wants to be a fucking owner operator and wanted to learn how to kind of run a trucking business, and then he would just help you and do all that stuff, but like, no guys, they all say that they want to do it, but nobody wants to get in and, work as long as it takes, God damn. Minus 62? Fucking A, man. Fucking A. There would be shit fucked up at minus 62. You would break a lot of shit. Yeah, minus 62, everything is fucked. You are exactly right. At that cold, that's brutal. Minus 67, minus 62, I don't even know. Man, the panels would explode. How cold is it too cold to run my shit? My rule is this, okay? If the truck starts, run it. If it doesn't start up on the first or second crank, it's probably too cold. Go to the house. That's the rule I have. Yeah, I would be willing to mentor people to get into the dump truck business. I rent my own garage. Well, I rent this place. There's no need to buy a big fucking... Yeah, I don't think they would run in minus 62. No, we probably wouldn't do that. Unless they were inside, and then inside you could maybe get it to 30. But I don't know. Yeah, there's really no reason to have a big fancy shop unless, you wanted to have a repair business. Then that would be the place to go. The email is in the description of most of my videos. Yeah, no, the oil pressure gauge is not happy, you know. Yeah, the hydraulics would freeze. You're probably right. You know, I bet the hydraulic oil, I don't know what the hydraulic oil would freeze at, but it would get really thick, you know. It would be cold. No, I'm not planning on doing anything to my GMC. How I bought it is how I'm going to have it till the day that I decide to get rid of it. You know, I'm not a big aftermarket guy. Yeah, we have we have the plug-in things. I just haven't used it. Well, then you would, have to keep the trucks running. No, I don't think it's a gay man Chevy. Yeah, well, when you rebuild your thing, make sure that you check your liner protrusion. That's really important on a cat. Check your liner protrusion, and if it's fucked up, where those liners sit, if that's any fucked up, you'll rebuild it and pop a head gasket, and no problem. So, make sure you get the block cut. And if they're going to cut one, cut them all. Yeah, I can tell you, mine is 62. I'm not going outside now. Negative. The deck plate, replace it. It's $400. Buy a new one from Caterpillar. Don't try to sand that other one down and fucking clean it up, because first of all, it'll take you about 12 hours to get it right. Just buy a new spacer plate. The biggest thing is your liner protrusion. Get that within Caterpillar specs. You can find that online. I think it's 4,000 or 5 thousandths or something like that, I think is what it is. But, if you look around, there's a guy that'll come and cut them and all that shit. I don't know how to screen record on YouTube. I don't record people's live streams. It's not a big thing that I do. Now there's some people on YouTube that do that. It's not my big thing. Usually I listen to the radio. Sometimes I don't even turn the radio on in the truck, I just drive in quietness. I'm not a big, I got radio. Yeah, somebody can record your live streams. Doc Holiday, they do it all the time. There's probably a dude here recording this live stream, right? So if you delete it, they have it. So like, if, they find some incriminating evidence or something, they can try to use that against you. Yeah, there's all kinds of weirdos on YouTube, man. Weirdos. No, it's not one of those two. It's probably people they're associated with, but not. Yeah. You're so far out on social media. I'm telling you, people like to take every little thing you say, then they'll take like 9 live streams together, and then they'll fucking chop it all up like they got this much fucking time. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but like if you have time to worry about what the fuck I'm doing, you know, you ain't got enough time. You got too much time on your hands. You know, so like, and then it's fucking a whole disaster, man. No, I don't really go at it with Nestor. I mean, I asked him some questions. He will not answer them. But, you know, I'm asking questions that I already know the answers to. So, just wanted him to admit it, but it's never going to happen. You know, just goofballs. Yeah, I gotta pick. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta pick up the kid tonight. I don't really worry about Bruce too much. You know, I mean, his channel's kind of become irrelevant. I don't even watch it. Most of the time, I don't watch very many YouTubers. I've been watching, I like the guy that builds the Supercross tracks for some reason. I don't know, I like his style of videos. I've been watching, yesterday I got wrapped up into this guy that talks about professional baseball and what it's like to be on a professional baseball team. I thought that was interesting. Like he was talking about how you get paid and all this shit and like the amenities. Hold on here. Hey Chris, call your guy in the loader and tell him stop smacking the fucking sideboards. It's 3 o'clock over here. Yeah, he admitted that he got Botox. I didn't. I don't know. Yeah, there's a guy called Dirtworks Alex. Okay, and he goes and fucking they show him building the Supercross track, so it's like behind the scenes and stuff. It's called Dirtwork Alex, is what the guy's name is. I think he did close down his shop. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing for money. I called that a year ago. I said it'll be out of business in a year. I was right. I was right. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, you know, I like the guy building that twin stick 359. He's got a pretty good channel. That guy's in Canada. He's working on that fucker outside. I'm like, shoo-wee. You know. There's some, what else have I been watching? Yeah, the baseball guy, that was pretty funny. Like, he was talking about all kinds of shit. What else have I been watching? I think that's about it. Yeah, I was in Erico's live stream for a little bit last night. There's just so many people in there, you know. The most messed up thing has been those brake chamber, or been those fucking spiders that broke off. You know, that's fucking, that was unacceptable. Yeah, Zip Ties hasn't released a video in a long time, so I've watched all his older videos. I just haven't watched any new ones because he hasn't made any. You know, I watch the Boss the Garage from time to time. I don't know, I really watch just a whole bunch of other shit. Yeah, Bias Plies hasn't posted a bunch of shit in a while. What did I do with that old bumper? It's out there in the scrap pile. You know, with everything else. I don't watch Dr. Pimple Popper. That's not my thing. Well, it's down here in the scrap pile, you know. Come and make an offer. I got a whole bunch of used brake drums if you want those too, you know. Got a whole bunch of everything. You know, I got a big scrap pile out there, all the shit that's been knocked off everything. What am I to do with the scrap pile? I wait till I get enough of it, and then I take it, turn it in. You know. I don't know what I want for it. I don't know. I don't even know what it's worth. It was $1,407 brand new, but mine has a slight crease. All right. Oh, hello, Allie. Christmas party money. Yeah, I don't know what it's worth. Yeah, I know. We got a bunch of shit. I'm gonna call fucking... I like big old boobies. That's what I like. You know, they're good. Yeah, I don't know about that. I really don't know about that that tool crate thing. I don't see that working out real well for them, but you know, to each their own, really. I don't see them, I don't see it working out too well, to be honest with you. Because they're going to have a lot of money. They haven't learned about shipping yet. And shipping is going to fuck you. Yeah, I mean, it's a great idea. I get their idea. I get that they're trying, but shoo-wee. To sell it for $35 and turn a profit, man, think about if somebody in bumfuck Canada orders one of them motherfuckers. There's there's $20 in shipping right there. Pow! Right off the top. Plus, if you had to put your own money in the box, I mean, I really don't know about it. Really don't know. You know, you're not a big company, so you can't, I mean, how those big companies work is they make deals with the freight companies, you know, that they'll guarantee them 4 semi loads of shit a day, and they make it up on volume. But then they say, you know, like, hey, our boxes can only be $8 shipping, no matter where in the fuck it's going or something. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Amazon affiliate links are probably better than, I mean, I'm not going to be in line to buy a $35 a month toolbox crate because it'll have nothing in there that I really want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need any fucking zip ties or a fucking shop rag or some butt connectors. I'm not really, I got enough of those. I got those coming out my ears. You know, and if you're going to give me like 10, you know, I'm going to burn those up in a week. So, you know, like, I don't know. I guess it's just different for me. I mean, I have every socket. So it's not like, you know, somebody could send me a new socket, you know, because I would want a specialty socket. That type of stuff's not going to be in those type of boxes. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know what you get. I've never checked it out. I just heard through the grapevine that they were doing that, and I thought, and I don't know if that's really going to work. Because, you know, a lot of people will say in like the heat of the live stream that they're going to buy stuff, but then actually to get them to put their money down, your ratio to subscriber ratio is not very good. That's just my thought. You got to think about the whole thing. Like, so, you know, let's just use this. If I had 100,000 subscribers, okay, let's say I had 100 Patreons at $1. That means that there's only 10% of my subscribers are now my Patreons. So for $35 on a tool thing every month, that's just going to be a hard nut to crack. I'm not talking bad, I'm just talking theoretical, you know, business guy to business guy, you know, like you got to think, is there a demand? How many of these things legitimately can I do a week? And think about it, if you had a real job, okay, and then now you gotta once a month pack up 30 of these fucking boxes and ship them out and then get all the shit to go in them and then get it all organized. I mean, you got 10, 15 grand in just getting the shit easy so you can ship it all, you know, like you get a label maker and then you got to have bins so everything goes in there. And then you got to have somebody put all the shit in the box, wrap it up, fucking, you know, go out there. Then you got to fucking load all this shit up in the fucking car, take it to the fucking post office or UPS, drop all that shit off, check all that fucking shit in. So you got to write what's in the box, especially if somebody sends it to Canada or overseas. Then you got customs, you have to declare exactly what the fuck is in there. And then, like, fucking, you got a whole bunch of fucking bullshit that you have no idea. There's a lot to that. You know, a fucking lot. You know, a lot of things. I mean, it's not, I mean, I'm not trying to belittle their idea. I'm just trying to, you know, for me, that would not be worth it, you know, because there's just not enough time in the day to fuck with all that. You know, because think about it. Think about if somebody's box gets fucked up, now you got to fucking find out where in the fuck that went. Oh, God. You know, shoo fucking wee. I don't know if I want any part of that. You know, it'll be a pain in the ass. Yeah, I was going to say they had to make it assembly line process, but that's still an investment. So now, you know, I mean, theoretically, what is your profit margin on that box? Is it $5? I mean, really, what is the profit margin? You know, I don't know what it is. It can't be any more than $10 because I think you're going to have 25 in it. Maybe more. You know, it'll be a pain in the ass. Yeah, it depends what's in the box. I get it. But also people would, you know, some of those boxes, like those like clothing companies that do that, sell those boxes and all that shit. They got, you know, it doesn't have like stickers and all this bullshit in there. I mean, it's like they got like real shirts. So you pay $50 for the box, but you get like $150 worth of retail value of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it works. Yeah, I don't know what the fishing one, I don't know anything about the boxes. I don't look at them. The mystery tackle box, how much is it? How much is the mystery tackle box, Chris? I mean, let's be honest here. There are 3 different boxes. Okay, how much are the boxes? Thank you, Bill. Yeah, the Vicky Spark box would be a good idea. So you got twice the value of the tackle box in the thing. That's usually how those boxes work. Now, how those boxes usually work is like, let's say that, okay, they got all these fishing lures. Okay, so we'll use the fishing lure one. Okay, so those guys that own that or that are doing the fishing box things, they go to places and say, hey, look, you know, like when you guys close a store or all the stuff that's, you know, you got overrun or anything like that, or the truck rolls over and you know, the fucking shit strewn out all over the highway. We'll buy all that shit at a reduced price, okay? And then we'll put it in boxes, or it's overruns or factory seconds and all that type of stuff. So then they collect all that stuff for those items, you know, and it goes, you know, they put it all in there, and it takes a long time to build that type of stuff up. That's all that I'm saying. So, like if somebody's tools are kind of like, you know, that's kind of a specialty thing to each guy, because each guy likes their own thing. I would think, you know, like I wouldn't want somebody picking out something that I think I need, because they don't know what the fuck I want. You know, I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, kind of is what it is. I mean, I wish them all the luck, but, you know, I mean, I would say that they may get 5 people a month to buy the boxes. 5. I'm going to put an over and under on 5. But, I think they'll buy it for a month. You know, the first couple months will be kind of rough, and then they may get their feet under them, and then people will get upset or whatever, then they'll stop buying them, and it'll be like, you know, that might go down in a ball of fire. I don't know if I want anything to do with that. I wouldn't do that. Just my opinion. But, I mean, I'm not the end-all, be-all thing here, but I understand, you know, how to make money, and I just don't. So if somebody bought something for $35, you would want to give them at least a value of $70 is how you work it. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants that shit. You're right. I'm just guessing. So anyway, I guess I gotta get off here. I got some shit to do. I gotta make some phone calls and see what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. Kind of find out where some other drivers are at to see if I can send any of them up to Glenway Crossing to help Nick out, get this salt moved. But anyway, alrighty guys, well, thanks